We are live from the Spero Clinic for our second graduation today. And I neglected to say, today was Hannah's birthday and tomorrow, Sheila, is your birthday. This is the weirdest coincidence, but I don't believe in coincidences. You have your husband next to you, your pillar?
Yes, ma'am. I wouldn't be here without him. He's made it all possible.
You came here with a whole bunch of things, so I'm going to give the floor to you and let you talk a little bit about life before us.
Okay. I developed CRPS 7 years ago after hand surgery, and I was teaching at the time and tried to finish the school year without this hand, and I'm very right-handed, but so it took, I ended up having 4 hand surgeries and 22 sympathetic nerve blocks. And so I thought I was somewhat in remission, but then I realized, now that I look back, all the anxiety and the stress, I was not really in remission. And 3.5 years ago, it all came back in my feet and legs as burning. I felt like I had torches on my legs. And so I called the people that had done my sympathetic nerve blocks, and they assured me it would not come back in my feet and legs. So I spent 3 years before I came up here just searching for answers and getting nothing from the medical people. So this past summer, it just kept getting worse, and I went to hyperbarics in Conway, oxygen 8, and I had an angel here, her name was Rhonda, that just researched, and she had had a patient there that had been here before. So that's where I heard about Spero. And she told me, it was like 5:30 one evening, and she said, Sheila, I really think what you have is CRPS. And I knew I'd had it before, and it just hit me. And she told me about Spero at like 5:30 one night. So I get in my car, and it took me about 30 minutes to get home, and I pulled up in my driveway, and I looked Spero up, and I called, and it's 6 o'clock, and I answered the phone, and I was like, just blown away that someone answered the phone at 6 o'clock at night, and she was so encouraging. So I, got the paperwork right after that and started signing up to come up here. But it's just that I was at I came for the 2-day, and I was at 9s and 10s when I was up here in August. And there were so many people that just welcome you when you come in. Cameron was amazing. He showed me all around. It was just, and I went home, Dr. Honnelly and Sarah, did my blood work, went home with a plan, and just couldn't wait to get back up here. And I started September 22nd, so I've been here. This is my 19th week.
How are you?
I'm so much better. Oh my goodness. I sleep, as Tammy would say, like a normal person sleeps now, and where I just love waking up because I've actually slept. I had several years I just didn't sleep at all. So I was able to get off of Ambien, and I have an appetite. I came with the 0 appetite. I was like 99 pounds when I came. I gained about 12 or 13 pounds, which I needed. So I just, life's fun. I have 7 grandbabies and another granddaughter on the way, so I have 8 grandbabies that I will get to go play with.
Don't forget about the 0 yesterday.
Oh yes, and I did come down to 0 yesterday.
Your first time?
It's the first time, yes, that I've really just hit 0 and just realized it.
It was after treatment. It was like maybe 20 minutes after treatment?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you came back into the lunchroom and told me.
And I came in just to 1 this morning, so yes. And I have so many people to thank. But you want to talk before I thank people?
No, go right ahead.
Well, first I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because I've spent so many times on my face just crying out to Him for help. and he orchestrated this whole thing for me being here. And then I want to thank Wes, because this week has been really interesting with the freezing temperatures in an RV. We've had frozen pipes.
Too many.
So he's just worked so hard to make sure I had a hot shower and had water. And I want to thank you for what you do, because you take us when we're broken and you put us back together. Last night I was thinking it's kind of like Humpty Dumpty, you know? We come all broken and you put us back together again. I want to thank, there's so many people. From the first day, Pedro was so kind, and Dr. Lucas, oh my goodness, I've learned so much from him. Dr. B, Jonathan, Amanda, I don't want to leave anyone out, Colleen, Tyler, Shane, oh my goodness, in the microcurrent. If it hadn't been for the microcurrent, Shane, he has just worked with me so diligently. And actually, I started sleeping when I started using the microcurrent, because I just went cold turkey off my Ambien. Let me think. Kaylee, if I forget anyone, it's trying to think of everyone. And you know what? Yeah, I'm saving you to last. Bryce, everyone's been so encouraging. Paige, every morning when you walk in, Paige and Rena and Kaylee, and oh my goodness, you start our day out bright and sunshiny. And Anna, oh my goodness, that sweet voice that answered the phone. And she's always here. She was here the first day I came. I have to think if I forgot anyone.
You know what?
But Tammy.
We don't know.
No, Tammy is like my rock. I call her my gentle strength, because she's very gentle while she's turning up the arc all at the same time. And so she would have me at 100, but she does it in such a nice way.
Remember that, everyone.
Yes, but she has just taught me so much. She taught me that failure is not an option, and that I'm not the same person I was when I walked through these doors the first time. I'm
And
not
you're
the
where
same
you're-
person.
And you're where you're supposed to be.
And I'm where I'm supposed to be, yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Exactly, and my journey is continuing when I go home. And all the patients, oh my goodness, y'all have just been, it's like home. And I have such mixed emotions about leaving.
Well, Sheila, you have one of the sweetest hearts. You're gentle, you're kind, and you move so fast. I think you're the first person I've had it in, like, and Wes knows this, like, slow down. It's okay. It's not gonna get away. And there is a lot of our treatments were spent just doing things so slow, because I know you can, it almost seems like you were just trying to keep up or keep it ahead of the pain, or just not let it catch you. I don't know what it was, but it seemed like you had to run fast. And Wes was really helpful with that too. He would also be there to let you know it's time to slow down. It's okay, we don't have to rush, and we don't have to know everything, right? And I think that was a big part of your recovery, was, I don't want to say surrendering, but just knowing it's gonna be okay, and if not, we're, Dr. K, everyone here, we're gonna do everything we can to figure it out for you. And I'd say today's treatment, did you hear me once tell her to slow down, really? No. You did everything at a pace that you could control. Yeah, you're not the same person. You'll never be that person again. And when you went home to see your grandkids, you were really nervous that you were that same person. And you two worked together to make sure that your pain didn't come up, and you did fine, right? Your hard work's paid off.
And when I go in March, we'll go to see grandbabies again in Phoenix, and I'm gonna run with my 13-year-old grandson.
And you're gonna do good. And Wes, so a lot of the times, it's not a full family that comes in, but without you, Wes, I don't think this would have been possible. Because you're gonna continue the care at home. You're gonna be the neuromuscular therapist. You are gonna be the NIN therapist. You're gonna be everything for her.
I'm her new employee.
Yes. And it's a huge, that's a huge responsibility to take on. And you have us to reach out to, but you're ready. It's like you went through training.
You don't
Well,
have
you were
YouTube
healing.
on us.
You're amazing. You really are. You too. Amazing team. All right, I think you're ready, if you're ready.
And Sheila, just quickly want to add what you glossed over. CRPS, yes, but you had adhesive arachnoiditis. I mean, you had really serious things that most CRPS patients don't even have to face. If you hear 19 weeks, I mean, you face insurmountable obstacles. So you've
One
earned this
more
money.
thing too. There's a lot of things that we actually didn't even work on because we didn't have to. We never actually worked on the wrist. We never worked on your face. That all just went away as you got stronger. And you had a huge normal person problem. Your dog pulled your arm out. How many weeks ago? 4 weeks ago?
Probably about 6.
6 weeks
Yeah.
ago? So we had to kind of slow down and work on that.
Yeah.
And what's your arm?
My arm is definitely a 0.
Good, and that came pretty fast.
Yes, it did
Good.
come fast.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.